and an opinion, Puswa, Yede, Ebro. Na yeba be shase no in fact ye shase na Omar bin Abdallah ka say and e bedi nkomobia hu hia pa ewo efia say ni na about discipline and moral education as a moral training ema ye nkola na ye say omo ye future leaders no kan ye be fa so ye betiti wo mama be proper future leaders na omunyina Bible say omo mfi hu eni no bomodian say be bia wo bia no channel no digital 514 and as I share your Facebook and YouTube so obehu ye live and colored ewo ho nti we woni excuse bia bomodian say obeka ye ho na ye di sa enkomo no anope ye saka pani ba ko a se eba no education e wumesua ne de we besi esua de ne esua de yi a ohun ni de pa nti betimi a friend bro focus am say oye expert ono enene ye saka na ofia say ene no eba betwetwe enkomo na nidi no maame BERNICE EMEFA AKANSON na sa wukọ Cape Coast Metro Education Officer uju ho na sa wukọ gender na say guidance and counseling section na in fact maami ubodi a waji baby a unya boni di na we as maame BERNICE a no de gender and guidance and counseling de in fact oya ade wo nti no no a no bia be kire say kone ho ono nene ye ne no eba be twetwe nkomo e wo Coastal TV morning mix dwumadie eho mo amunyim ne de munim no ta aba ha ye busuani ni bi no ti wo ko ye busuani mo ye nkuntu hima wo Coastal TV ye busuani nti ono enene ye ne no eba be twetwe enkomo Mami BERNICE
mame
ye share ya chimum de
kakra
last week light no aye no ho nyema bi ntam ye ntimi enhia and de many ade pa say ya ba be hia na ne yete ne say ye ba mix bro fo ne ya mix tree na ya mix fancy kakra nti no ne ye be ya mixture obi anti mu obi a pressure and nti no bo modern say obeta waso ne wonte ase no me wa ha interpreter me interpreter mo ate ase silence. All right, I think the last time I shared no na ye di nkomo about indiscipline attitude ewo
na be bring so information na kwa won chana what you see.
So at least we are taking one step
yes.
Okay, and it's good and no answer na ya to answer from what be fie hey e pese ye share it has to start from somewhere.
Okay.
And you better share all the institutions involved, teachers, parents, even community members, families,
religious organizations.
You better share almost various roles are play in the child's life because obina can as say education there is not the same as schooling. Obetimi aye schooling, but now education ankasa no you don't have it. So I was saying share the various institutions and how they can also help. Yes, yeah, let's look at the classroom environment.
Okay.
When we are talking about, first of all, discipline in the classroom, not even at the moral aspect of it, but the discipline aspect alone. What are we talking about here?
Okay, you got the discipline in the classroom.
Okay.
Ye share adichere na adesua ne akodo wo classroom ho nyina oka ho te ye ka the discipline in the classroom say na afra no betu akomport ne ho aza wo de oye woriye na adesua ne kase na teachers no so the ma o de hwe mu frama no o de hand mu frama no wo class no ono na ye de boom ye ka the discipline. Say afrano etumi ye hard working or you honest as a teacher say or ye no or ye assignment or man no or ye or chere. These are just a few examples. Or teacher kasa or tea or she respects the child respects the teacher and say oh yeah the child is disciplined. Now so all but the afran ombuazi ombe school intem osuaza na oye dede wo class ombua ni nyokufo or how especially baby ayewo so many children in the class no na bi won echi teacher kyerɛ de wɔ anim a na ɔtaataa ne yɔnkofoɔ wɔ akyiri yɛ nyinaa ɔyɛ indiscipline. Ebi so to me didi teacher atem even in the classroom obisa na asema on fit teacher oba class a orida yɛ nyinaa ka indiscipline in the classroom.
All right, let's just say yeah, can you it's not even about one student.
There be.
Okay, so one student indiscipline can affect the whole class.
The whole class.
Okay, so you share some of the negative effects as our class and net discipline our classroom it can have on teaching and learning for nankasa and for the entire class.
The entire class. Now, okay, medical kade example na me man.
Yeah.
Afra ebi a classroom no omodoso over the enrollment is large. So teacher no nankasa na put on to me share or chirade ebi a or chrobi or board na afra wanechi na otata ni yonko noise omubeye dede agrodi teacher bisasema on fe no na ni yonko fo no or how life they are using it as a way of taunting the teacher nyina kamwa it affects the whole class. Noise making, disrespect to the teacher in the classroom. All these things affect the others who want to be serious in the class. Because when you make noise, you disrupt the whole class. So that is it.
Wow. Not just say to me, I know vice versa. Say when a child is disciplined in the class, that one too has a very positive impact on teaching and learning.
Yes. For
the whole class.
Yes.
Wow. What is the what you say it's been a while.
Yes.
Personally. Me say there's an indisciplined situation like that. It has grown over the social media. I think the last one was this teacher, caretaker or teacher, the students be it was in the viral video like that all over the internet. Since that day, we mentioned that NC okay. So let's come back home to Cape Coast. We have a lot of senior high schools, basic schools, and we even have tertiary schools here. Your level of students' discipline in the classroom, no, because grading say.
This one, the OESN. Yes, OESN. Because I wouldn't lie. The indiscipline situation in our senior high schools, in our basic schools, is really disturbing. Yes, even when you go on social media, say na muframano okasa, say na already penny attempt to the extent of him posting it on social media. And young community penny for or the muframano in discipline aspect. We are all contributing factors to what is going on. So in fact, if you ask me to grade it right now, truly speaking, me grade here, I'll be lying to you. As for the indiscipline, it is there. It is there, yes.
In what form now issue of that indisciplined behavior?
The indisciplined behavior, so many forms. And make the muframano on kase, the way they speak to adults. I don't know whether we are looking at the community or everything. Okay. In the community, those days, it is the community that disciplines the child. It is the school that helps in disciplining the child, even right now. But right now, you see that even in the night, you see so many children roaming around. Where are their parents? You see, they visit places where they are not supposed to be. Game centers, ghettos, all these things are signs of indiscipline. Because if a child is disciplined at a certain time, you don't expect that child to be roaming around. Not only those in senior high school, even small children, sometimes 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, when you drive around or you walk around, you see these children all over the place. You ask yourself, where are the parents? Where are the guardians? And quarreling, shouting, noise making, drug abuse, and all kind of things. all these things show that indiscipline is still ongoing in our communities and in our schools. Yes.
Because we mentioned social media I think last week myself and some of my colleagues near Abra, and we passed by one senior high school like that, and we realized that some of the students, which is tablets. I learned government in to aid in their learning. Yeah. How do we monitor these things so that they don't use the gadgets? Because I know many time in senior high school they said we are not supposed to use a phone. It doesn't matter whether it's a young phone or it's a smartphone. You can't use a phone in school. But now the government has gone a step further to even give these tablets to the students. How do we monitor it so that they don't use it to, engage in all kinds of indisciplined attitudes on the social media?
Thank you for the question.
Okay.
These tablets that are given to the children are for educational purposes. And we know there are apps that control the use of the gadgets. So for the children to be able to use this thing diligently, at least for their academic work or excellence, that app should be activated so that or tablet or the painful or monitor, so that they will know where they are going at what time. I think with this, they will be able to study using the tablet instead of going to places baby or near the mobile them tablet no do. The app no say or the start tablet no ma or the or activate it so that monitoring no do.
Now on your app or which one uninstall on their own? Can they uninstall the app on their own?
Moframana.
Yes.
Even if you tell them, you give them raw tablet and you tell them to install, how will you know whether they have installed it? They can install today, maybe in your presence.
Yes.
Or one day or dormitories. But to me, they delete it. Then after that, maybe when you are coming to, they know they are coming to class, they will inspect. Yeah. So they will reactivate it or that's it. Yeah. And there should be something that can be controlled centrally in the school, maybe in the ICT center, so that one hour in charge. But to me, the math at this time now or the math.
Exactly.
Yes, and I think that is the best way we can monitor the man uses tablet and gadgets now the man on the fancy. In its own, gadgets it's not bad. Obwa moframan or not the same.
For research work now.
For research working, for information for the assignment and yes. So monitoring is very important.
Yeah. There's a similar system like that in the workplace where now we are on the same Wi-Fi network. There's one person that is monitoring everything. So they're able to know you at this time you search for this and this and on the internet. You did this, played game or whatever. So I think that system the Korean education sector in the environment. And unless they are able to take it home, they don't keep it in the school.
So if they take it today, they take it home. Who is monitoring? How much have they educated the parents? They are going to monitor. Some homes, parents are able to, put that up, parental control or something like that. So that to monitor from a baby oracle. But SHS4, who monitors them? Especially when I offer CBO, if you papa, I am busy your baby, mommy so I busy your baby. That those people are not ICT inclined, excuse me to say. Then control is idea. And social media you don't want them to go nowhere. Because they are curious. They are curious. TikTok. Wow, TikTok are dancing now, streaking or aido. Share one young phone.
Can we say that system alone was deployed prematurely? It was not well thought through and some initiated a policy or whatever it's called?
Well, I can't say completely because to me, before things like that should be deployed or there, or they should give education.
Yeah.
Not only to the students but also to the parents and then the teachers as well.
Yeah.
But the teachers, I don't think we have much problem with them.
Yeah.
But parents and even the students themselves, they them tablet now or the mawon. It is for studies, you know. But if this doesn't go on, out of the blue, or the tablet will bring from on, then all of a sudden tablet will want to send. Mo fama no binu baby am friend ebi a one phone na okra phone kra bi ayam the first time. You see how excited that child will be to explore, to go to areas that or said or boko. So these are some of the issues. So education is very necessary. And sana omodi them the tablet and gadget from
and we are talking about two things right now, discipline and then moral education. Your system of education it is morally inclined, as in it helps students to inculcate that moral behavior in them. Can we say that?
Concerning the UFA curriculum, all these things are part of it. Moral education. And one of the subjects that we have is religious and moral education or basic schools. And Nyama Bebre Woma, or from an traditionally community, how the child is supposed to behave in the community. Topics are auditory one. And generally, we and to make say I will force or chira but some of the homes the same homes there is a problem. Maybe broken home, poverty, all these things contribute to the morally inclined. But there is a saying in the Bible that should I say the Bible? It's a common saying that charity begins at home. So all Afrana, if ye now share it, say one tete Afrana, maybe mama is busy, papa is busy, and a broken home and a poverty, maybe a adichia offer make one na Afrana woho. One of the discipline, and the obe school and that morality no, onye ho Afrana or anyone, freezing from the very onset. And be set an example will be each class the time I work classroom. Now I'm from my my class. On any mameti. Ma observe the obe schooler, obo breaker, and sana obeban watcher, break over now from my yes the work class, me child now or the work class, I watcher be 30 minutes and sana obe sana ba after break. Now me one-on-one, maybe sana. So what say, or tell him I can mention the area to me or Bacano. But obe schooler or break town or any or papa or municipal area now I call Gini pocket money. Then my manage ban fee. Now so obe schooler pocket money I order offer to add or break time or then or papa or nanny papa so you busier. We can change the alternate horrible. And sana obeji dem sika akoto adia opede auto and sana oba class onye na akote. It happened with so many other children. So with this baby afrano kofa and sana obe school or cause sometimes na ordinary yonko foko. You see, so it's like peer kind of a yibi. So this kind of morality, you don't know what a child goes to do before coming back to school. So these are some of the issues of morality that is contributed to by poverty and broken homes. Yeah.
So, when we are talking about the morality, what are some of the values that we are looking at? The moral values that we are looking at our education system will impact the children.
Okay, we are talking of truthfulness, hard working. A child who is morally upright or you're hardworking. Now, sometimes you see that child will intentionally do things, even when nobody is watching. When nobody is watching, that is the core issue. I'll be to my when him the morally upright, but as I obey which it's different. But the one who is actually morally upright, who manage obey the pepe. When you be son baby or baby, I'll bet to me. About say, Pocho, me on the other hand, Obia on your honesty, for honesty as and on your morally upright, on your own baby, I'll be second or be pencil or the best kutuku. Yes, whether somebody is watching or not. Obe coin beer, or to afademadia open. But the one who is morally upright, we want whatever. So that is honesty, truthfulness. Oh, you baby na ebisana. Obe can quarry the I quarry. I mean, and hard work. The management. Obey any pepe. Say on to Moses or hear more. The child will be open. Now beside women too. So these are some of the moralities we are talking about.
Because we mentioned religious and moral education as is it a subject and a course? Subject. Okay. Young Colano, it means we are at school. When we are talking about morality and religion, can we put both of them in the same box and say that, let's say, religion comes with moral values? So we can put morality on its own.
Okay. With this, they are connected.
Okay.
And they can bring the two together.
Yeah.
Religion helps in building the moral of the child.
Okay.
Yes. Religion helps in building the moral of the child. Not only in the school, but in our churches.
Okay.
We learn these morals in the religious setup. In the schools. When you go to some of the churches, is that they have groups like children's group, School of Jesus, and
mine like this. We have children, we have women, men, youth group, juveniles, so
So they all have their level. And the same way we have it in us curriculum, the syllabus.
Okay.
So all the schools have every kg religious and morality, moral education, kg foundation. It was just free, the very basic, which even through singing, through poem recital, all these things they help in a way of teaching the child morality. So both religious teaching and the morals come together to build the moral of the children.
I once had an interview with one woman, I've forgotten her name, but she's regional Anglican schools now. The head, the director.
Okay.
I've forgotten her full name, and maybe so. So what is their mandate when it comes to a faith-based schools? What do they seek to do in the society? And she talked about a number of things, creating moral values in children. When they learn it from infancy, they're able to grow with it and all that. I want us to do a kind of comparison with the faith-based schools and the non-faith-based schools. Rebecca said moral standard high, and when we are talking about indiscipline, where do we mostly find them? Is it related with the faith-based and also the non-faith-based schools?
Thank you very much for the question. Faith-based schools, when you go to those unit schools, it is not only children from that particular church. For example, it's let's say St. Michael's Catholic School and St. Mary's Anglican. The children in the school are not only children from who belong to that church. We have children from Catholic, Islamic, Anglican, and other churches who come to the school. You may be teaching, maybe because it's a Catholic school. Let me cite an example. When it is 12 o'clock in a Catholic school, the children are supposed to recite the Angelus.
Yes.
But it is not all the children who have that faith. The Angelus no unya the work. So we can't say specifically there because of near that particular unit, their faith that it will change the others.
Okay.
Yes, it will change the others. But they will definitely learn something out of it.
Okay.
Yes. As for morality, it is general. Yes, it is general.
Whether it is faith-based or not.
Whether it is faith-based or not, it is general. Honesty cuts across all religions. Sincerity cuts across all religions. Empathy, truthfulness, all these things cut across all religions. So I cannot say specifically there because this the school or a faith-based school or my bravo better than one of our, let's say, MA schools. Okay. So the teaching is just the same. And it is the same teachers trained from the same source who are teaching in the schools.
And now I want us to talk about how these communities, families can also help to contribute to the moral and then discipline values in our children. Because when charity begins at home, so when we start from the house, then we can send it to the classrooms and the schools and even talk about impacting other children with our behavior. So let's start from the house. Our parents, siblings, aunties and uncles, how do they contribute to our discipline, moral values? Before we go to the classroom.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Talking about the home, as we have all said, charity begins at home.
Yes.
And the Bible also says what? Train up a child in the way he should go, so that when he grows up, he will not depart from it. Yes, I think that is something that all interpreted that charity begins at home. When the child is born, he spends more time with the parents, the siblings. The way parents relate with each other, the children are very observant. Omo share. Papa na mame omo kontokwa nsem na ofri wonano. They hear it. Enti afrabo to my school, afrakete to my school. Na one ni yonkofo already ebia or kontokwa kakra. You hear some big issue things coming out. Because the child is learning from the parents. Osua nsem a ofri won awufonano ereba. How the parents discipline the children in the house. Ebi owa or did you want to attempt or cancel fu children womba, and the children are learning degrading languages. How you can't be anything you know, that kind of insult. I don't want to be saying some of these things on them. So siblings, the way they relate, all depends on how the parents relate. Yes, so it affects their morality. It affects the way they speak to each other. Once papa na mami or fear, they also pick up you know, obi a baby kakra na ni nuya awotifie ko iski that to a kumpo because of what they are observing fear. Na uba community no mo so a paying for and one our community no more or a baby, and then they get away with it. For example, we or community no some communities there are particular people you can't touch them. Or a baby cry on to me more from they are very observant. So when people go away or get away with this kind of behavior unpunished, more from no room. So they are also learning from it. Yeah, so in that way, gradually, we are building something negative in the children. On the other hand, if there is discipline in the home, parents understand each other. We can't, to make our phone argument, but depending on how they do it and the after effect, after quarreling, you make up, you sit down with your children, you talk to them, you educate them. I remember When I was young, during Christmas, every Christmas Eve, my wife for better now, but my yina yatana ho. Now what to you for better there throughout the year. I will say so can punishment awunya. So we review. My review major issues that so with that so that's how I grew up. So and I know on today as at now parents be no so all of them will fear. So with that discipline and morality, we are building it gradually in the home and then in the community as well. When people are punished for wrongdoings, yes, they don't take the law into their own hands. They don't get away with bad deeds. Children observe, and it serves as deterrent to some of them.
When I asked you about the to grade the level of discipline we have in senior high schools, like in schools in general, in Cape Coast, and you told me that and you said something that because you have some members in the community, also they contribute to it. Yeah, I was curious. I wanted to ask you, do you have, let's say, an experience with in a situation like that? Maybe a bit in their example, say way is what we can base on to say that painful they contribute to the indisciplined attitude in the children or the young people nowadays.
That is what I think I've mentioned. People quarreling, insulting openly. Yes, speaking, using foul language in the community. So children copy these things. Even those in SHS, they see. JHS, they see and they observe. Yes. So I'm basing my experience on what I observe with some, what I heard. That is why I said I don't want to assess. Yes, I saw that one.
No, bro. I have a personal experience where a mother was quarreling with a family member, and they were doing it openly. And one of the mothers, her daughter, was beside her, throwing more fire into the argument. She was just in the house and she was just flying insults to the opponents here and there. And myself and my sisters, we were shocked because in our day with our parents, even when they are having a conversation with Obi Krana, they don't expect Obebabe interrupting what they are saying. They don't expect we are so this level of behavior, we were surprised with it. But I can also say that something that recently is common with some parents. They do that and they don't even care whether Omumba or Hana say Omumba in.
And when you look at it too, some of the children are like breadwinners in their homes. So a mother cannot discipline the child because at the end of it, yes, I had an experience. We used to, myself and those some of those I work with, we work together as a team. We go as far as the villages. We go to Dehia, we go to Mampo, Kokwado and all that. We went to one of the villages like that, and then some of the children were not in school. Now, you call home visitation. You call them now enrollment were down. It will make coffee. You call rounds the community. You be all from 3 or cultural BC or your preparation. Now, monitoring there. There was you do feel 9:30, 10. Now, also be a new. But we decided to knock at the door. Now, my menu every day by. When I was stretching home, I think I was sorry for need them. Now, I be standing back. A ban or there. You pay for about it. You also pay a dino. Upon whom you now was stretching. I was sorry 9:30. I order work class. Or kind of mamino want to man catch anybody also in uncle school. I be son was or town until I'm being tementina want to me sorry in Temako school. Now we say be Sunday. Now end to me me no bad the uncle class. The investigation I came to school no say afran. Ne ma me need you abiara. Nti okwa na the bia me fee. You see, so with that, how can you discipline your child or your baby?
Yes.
And this is just an example of some of the experiences we encounter. Why you need you? Baby, oh, make I sorry for you.
I ask some. You are some can say wonderful, but when you know, I think there has to be a way for it. There has to be a way, at least we can start from somewhere to, and there can baby steps, one step at a time. We can start from somewhere to train our children. Now, I don't even want to dwell on this. Some interview with town people, with the public, and before we bring margin about the issue of the removal of corporal punishment. And we had a lot of parents and it has contributed to the indisciplined attitude in our students nowadays. So we invited an educationist, say Ombra Nombe explaining Enyema and share non-check Shimo and check. And she mentioned that there's a bigger problem. And not necessarily the removal of the corporal punishment, but there's a bigger problem that underlining issue. I say it will not even matter whether we issue corporal punishment or not. And she cited a number of them, but the one the matter of social media, and we talked about it and all that. But I'm just saying, Bisa, from your perspective, no, will you agree with her? And also say you have a different perspective altogether.
Well, that was somebody's view. Now, me so near me to my car found in there. Say a bit some there, one fact, corporal punishment or san and it will have to, even if it will have to, it's a policy. Now, I'm paying for our meeting now. When there are so many disadvantages of corporal punishment. Now we free now all the positive discipline. Corporal punishment or you inflict pain, like caning, kneeling down, weeding, or we don't need some. So they remove all those things because some were even injuring the children. Maybe one losing anyone because of corporal punishment. Maybe one paralyzed because of corporal punishment. If you ask me, even if it should be returned, there should be modalities put in place. Yes. Those days, I think when this corporal punishment was removed, they made head teachers, they gave them some authority there. Go to my Agomo from and bear 6. Under the instruction of the head teacher. If something like that, how are they doing that cane? Would they go strictly according to it? That nothing will happen to the child. And whatever consequences will come after educating the teachers, that even if this is going to be done, you don't go beyond a certain limit. If there are modalities surrounding it that will not hurt the child, that is okay. Otherwise, let us be well educated on the other punishment, that is positive discipline tools, which will also in a way help to bring the child to learn to be disciplined and then develop good moral.
So what can we say are the positive
discipline?
Yes, because if we are taking away the infliction of pain, if somebody is sitting somewhere, then they are not even doing anything. They are just what can we say that positive discipline?
Okay, so when we talk of positive discipline, we to man extra work. Maybe a man assignment why a baby concern a man work 1 year and the person didn't even do it at all. You can double that work. Extra work. Be a baby, you want to actually let that child be punished. You can assign the child to maybe sweep the classroom for a number of days. Yes, for a number of days. As for scrubbing of the toilet and those, we don't. It is not acceptable at all. There, I punish after the opera and I'll go scrub the toilet. You know, it is not nice. It is not accepted. So hard work, adding extra work, asking the child on throw more lines. I will be more disciplined. I will not insult my teacher. Now, man, you can even ask the child to write a full exercise book. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Repetition, or you give a sentence that would even be helpful. And then we can also talk about counseling. Yeah, counseling, one-on-one counseling. And it is also important to find out why exactly that child is behaving the way the child is behaving. And on the other hand, too, let there be a reward system. It is not only punishment we are talking about. When the child does good, the child who is disciplined and hardworking should also be rewarded. So all these things build the discipline of the child. There is something we keep saying, that the child should not just pass through the school. The school should pass through the children or the child. And also we also have to look at the teachers. Their utterances to the children, how they speak to them is also very important. Some teachers, I wouldn't miss word in saying, or did you move from atem, or cancer future from you are you don't know anything, that kind of thing. I've had few experiences, and I don't think it is helpful. We are the child can react. So it is better not to say those things. And then we as teachers, we as educators should also be careful how we talk to the children. We should rather encourage, even if they are doing something wrong, we should follow the positive discipline tools. When things are not going well, it's not only in the school, the office is there. Yes, we can also come in to assist.
There's this thing that I like saying, that some people like the Bible version, Ephesians chapter 6 verse 5, I think. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right, honor your mother and your father and all those things. People like that Bible verse a lot because it helps to keep children in check, but they don't read that verse to downwards. Because when you read downwards, it will tell you, parents, do not provoke your children. So that they don't like that one. But they like the obey your parents in the Lord. So it means that all of us have a role to play.
They all have a role to play. Yes. Children, they also have issues.
Yes.
You would think a KG child doesn't have issues. They do. What goes on in the home affects them a lot. The adolescents, they are in between adults and children. So we need to be patient with them. You shouldn't provoke them. When you insult your adolescent child, you dent so much on her image. Whatever you say to that child can affect the child, and anything at all can happen. Either the child, or to meditate, and then the kind of punishment we give them to, they will fear on so. Or call for among the children, peers, when there is an issue, they can also inflict the kind of pain or inflict one who fear. So they can also
classroom no kasa. And they were saying that anything in an ebia akola no oye aso de anase washada say person won cause trouble, but it be a mental issue,
health issue.
The ADHD na make am wasemi. And maybe say so in this case, how does the teacher manage that situation? But I think this question will be for you rather. How do we make sure that your teachers they get to know this situation? Because I call it disciplining, but it be not any fault. So how do we make sure that teachers or students need to know that way there or special conditions they are using handle?
Thank you. Teacher Biara or college, we did some level of psychology, educational psychology. And now university so are the same thing. Yes, we are educational. There is psychology aspect of the training. And wow, college, Now, usua the margin,
Yeah.
you should be able to identify children with that hyperactive disorder. Yes, and be able to at least handle a mild one. But to add to that, should I say GES, that there should be inclusivity in every school. When the behavior and now the situation is mild, should be able to manage it in the classroom. There are some that are severe, which cannot be managed by a classroom teacher. And looking at even the population of children in the class, the enrollment, when you have large enrollment, and to handle them correctly. And some of the schools, special teachers, special needs teachers, or one schools. But it is not all the schools, even though they say we should allow inclusivity in some of them. It is not all the schools. So there is a burden on some of the teachers. They may be able to identify. But say, a little higher, they will have to be sent to special needs schools.
Oh, okay. All right. It means that we don't even need to bring them to the, should I say, regular school.
If it is severe, the classroom teacher cannot handle. And then we don't have special need teacher attached to that school.
Okay.
So parents will be called we advise them. If it is reported at the office, we have an officer who is in charge of that. So she takes care of situations like that. We work together, counseling, and then the one who is in charge of special needs children. So when it happens like that, now we report to our officer. You call school home. Now you can share them behavior, you assess it. So with the assessment, so here the aframe awufo, we call. Now you discuss it. Them as or the FO bano, the ma or tenoma, or call them school, and now or call and now employ teacher man with you, that kind of thing. So that is how it is handled.
I was in Coastal TV morning mix Jumedie and Uguswa Wosheno. Na no pay say afei na wasa TV na wode ato 514 channel 514 yemo akwa aba bomode ase oni ye ebetena ha ya sanse haye na bomode so sasa wo Facebook ene YouTube so a na wahwehwe Coastal TV Cape Coast Facebook Coastal TV wo YouTube na afei yena yendi ye ho enkomo asama ya no guso a ye ka no discipline and then moral education ewo ye classroom ho na ye sanso enim so se ye difrifie ana be classroom nti ye ka ni nyina aka ho efie de monte so ene classroom de enso so ye ka ni nyina e de aka ho anokwa yi nti no so ko social media ko Facebook ni YouTube de a ene nkomo ne tenten fiti ahyase nyina no ubehu utu TV na nim a we ni etwomako nti nya ade a ubehu na wo so ko ye Facebook and YouTube channels ne dia ene betimi ahye nkomo na se na efie wahwa betru bebi a yeju sesi ye ne maame BERNICE EMEFA AKANSON a oye gender or guidance and counseling emupeni na okọ Cape Coast Metro Education Officer eho na odini juma ye ne no na etwetwe nkomo anope nti safe na waba enche ebe sori dwumadie no so ye beja ye maame kwan ama omakọ na emo ne dwumadie ne de ye guso a ye di nsi ye wie nkomo ye afofo so ho a ye de ebeba be ye de ba betu mani nti obi amomodin se one ye ebe tina na Madam BERNICE enche ye beja okwan ama wakọ na ne etia ne se ana meka se adwen eni nipa ba kofochi ebia ye di nkomo yi asemi wo ha aba wa no pa opese wonka but ebia man mi say no wo betimi aka ama ye de no atwato.
Okay say I can this indiscipline in the classroom na I can morality assessment but over there you take steps to curb this behaviors in the class. Say a pedemo framano yemboa won or your discipline. For example, kwa able to my father rules and regulations. onye school no monkotin the school be a rules wo ho bre school ntem in school throughout na omo pon ansa na ko breaker bra at intem na be continue na be tia additional no do so fanti me be onye man practice ya onye ye nti ya medical crack me ye mistake ko afacha me
no problem assembly ni
yo na classroom no so from day one or the onye rules them classroom
okay
the class teacher only move from and wanting now no onye rules for example no eating in the classroom ye chiraza me fa wote to table do oma we juma within specific time or there then after saying all these things what punishment or there memao say you
ubu emrani
biaso so the children themselves they should come out with it so that if after going against the rules na make the copra one kasa na ka de one kasa na ka de say me the metric to table that me da na ma yemi work ayemi dey minus caning and other things that will affect the child physically yes so something like this it helps a lot. And then teachers also or children because sometimes boring lessons also go to my amamo from or misbehave or class and to children are teaching and learning materials as to attract the attention of the children. Large classes they can put them in groups. Sometimes the classroom is so much that you can't even group the children, but if necessary head teachers should come in and assign other teachers who are free at the moment. Now omubualia teacher ba kuchira de na any class what ma jina echi and at echi classroom echi so that one hour echi or misbehavior na draw teacher na attention na teacher jina hokra omuntu menye ibiara na me de beka onye de say afra ye baby ebia oyi nsem anu ebisa asem wo class oyi anu ana oye ombo abra papa wo class or the man reward be they are clap for that child ana money pencil ana money pen ayi nyina ye de buma obebua ama oframa no ye discipline. We said the children should not just pass through the school, the school should pass through them. So ayi nyina obebua na discipline also.
Madam Betty, ye dance pa one him. Na asem ni nyina na waka no. Nti no. Ye be draw curtains no e wo ha se. Me gidi say baby a wo bi a wo hwe Coastal TV anope no. Wasunya bibi. Wasunya bibi. Me mesunya ne ma bebre na me gidi say wonso wasunya bibi. Ye nyina wonso ene nipa. Oye mama, oye nua, oye even outsider mpona wona mo baby mpona. Kan wo say yenkwala no omo hweye ena ne wo de be hya kwala no enkwala brem ne no ano de benyi aba be ye pani to be pani papa ejina ne osua no bra no ya kwala no so be pani bone so a the same thing nti na ye momodin say obi aba na from there na efe yenya future leaders papa the baby di o man so na efe omo di o man no akona ni baby a ye pese ye kɔ no say ya nhya say a enya de be yi nti obi anhya no so sa Madam BERNICE EMEFA AKANSON enene yene no atwetwe enkomo eye Cape Coast Metro Education Office oka eye Gender or Guidance and Counseling in painful no eho ewo office wo so ukona wo hwehwe no kwa diaonsabeka no ewo sa office wo eha na yede yenkomo twetwe with Madam BERNICE no yede ebesi na emom no kan hu se Coastal TV money mejumedie ena oguso a wo hwe no ye twa ye ho age aboafo nkrato na fe ye ja Madam BERNICE kwan ama wako na emom ti efi ho na ye ba ye wo programs ahodo so a ye de ebro bomodi ansa obemo efide no ada digital channel 514 Facebook and YouTube so no obehwe wo ho na onsa ebeka ye nti ye ntwa ye ho na ye mbrasese a